Game 7?
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or the way.
Yo, what's good? Everybody back up in the building. You already know what time it is, man. It's your man, Pete the Geek, alongside with the one and only Mr. Hit 'em with that.
Yo,
You
it's the
already
humble
know.
host from coast to coast. I'm back, baby. What's up with it?
I'm good, man. How you doing, man?
Well, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. How you?
Oh man, I'm real good, man. We just had a good little LA trip, man.
I seen that. I seen that. I
So
was,
we,
yeah, I was definitely watching the timeline.
yeah, man. It was love, man. I tried to make you feel like you was there with me, man. It was real, real, real intense, man. I wish I could have. I wish I would have thought to do a show then, but the time was so different. By the time I looked to go on the show, I was like, "Yo, okay, it's 10 o'clock. Wait a minute, it's like 1 o'clock back home. It's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out." But yeah, man, it was a dope little trip, man. I've been outside of that, man. Back here trying to get things rocking and rolling. This football season about to come up. This NBA Finals is wide open. People is lying. People is running the mouth. I don't know what's going on out here, man. I think we got to address some things, man.
Yeah, we definitely gotta address some things, man. Let's get into it.
All right, man. I'll start it off with the series right now, the Game 7, man. I don't know what to say about this Game 7 because last game seeing SGA have tying his career high 8 turnovers, and the way that they looked out there, but you got Halliburton out there having 17. Which do you think was worse for each team? Halliburton, because he's gonna have to score more. When they go to Oklahoma City, he's gonna have to do more than that. And if SGA does that in Oklahoma City, I think they lose.
Well, first and foremost, like I'm I'm not too surprised at what this series is, man. Like when I was assessing the situation as far as the Pacers in the Knicks series, I was like, if the Knicks would have went into the finals, I don't think that it would have been as close as it is. I said Indiana's more suited to, what I'm saying, play this Thunder team because they play similar. Like, you know what I mean? They go 8 to 10 people on their bench on both sides. And the thing about it, everybody tries to make Halliburton a scorer, and that's not really his game. Like Halliburton, to me, when I'm watching Halliburton, I'm like Jason Kidd. You know what I mean? Like from Halliburton, like he can give you 15, 12, and 6. And you know what I'm saying, and they'll blow you out the building. You know what I mean? And he has games where he can go, he can go crazy as far as on the scoring aspect. But like, hey, what everybody was shocked yesterday because the last couple of days they just kept talking about the calf strain, the calf strain, the calf strain. And if you look at his play yesterday, like he was playing on both sides of the ball. He got a couple steals, man. He made some good, baskets, early in the game. So, like, when I'm watching this, I think the thing that surprised me the most is that how the Thunder really lost that game. That game was really over after the third quarter.
Yeah, you can see the body language.
If we're being honest, the game was over.
Yeah,
Like,
they was ready
it
to get
didn't
out
even
of there.
look like, it was one of those moments you like, for real, we don't even really need to play the fourth quarter type deal. So, I don't know, man. I'm excited that we are getting a Game 7 for all of basketball. You know what I mean, fans. I think we're happy that we're getting a Game 7. We haven't had one of these in a while. And I just think it's going to be a coin flip as far as who wins this series. It's about who's going to come out and play their style of basketball. You know what I mean, from start to finish.
I know one thing: if Siakam go out there and roll those eyes like he did at the beginning of those games, I know J Dub better not be in the way because he got rectangled out there, and the face,
Oh
the
man,
face that he made.
yeah. Hey. And you're scared because I ain't gonna lie. All morning I've been seeing it and like, yo, listen. First of all, I love the pass from Tyrese Halliburton. That was super smooth. He did the
Yeah,
360,
yeah, he did.
like he did the Steph Curry, like with the pass and like looking at the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
then Siakam just like yo, he finished it like, and it was a 3 point element to it because it was the initial joint when he called him. He already knew he had him. It was the follow through, and then he came down on the boy, like you know what I'm saying. So for people that's dunkers. Yeah, like you know that, like you know what I'm saying. Like it's levels, it's moments. You be like, "Oh, I got it," like you know. So
You
the
gotta
way
know
he
when to
came
move.
down, the way he came down on him was just like, "Yeah, you definitely on the poster, man." But what shout out to Siakam, man, because he's absolutely, I mean, he's a champion. And I was just talking about, I was like when they played Golden State, like he was giving Draymond that work. He
Yeah,
was giving Draymond that work. That's fact. So.
he's that leader
But
that you need on that team right there, specifically on that team right now. I think he could do that on every team, but right now, what Siakam is doing for Indiana, I think that's a perfect fit for him.
and the thing about it is, it's a mutual interest. Like yo, they both love each other. Like Indiana loves Siakam, and Siakam loves Indiana. Like yo, he's just one of them guys. Like I, I, I look at him like nah, because he's not consistent sometimes. So I was about to say like a blue collar worker. You know what I mean? But he one of them dudes that like they got seniority at the job, but they call out on they call out they
Yeah,
got a little seniority when they
I give him
they
that. I give
call
him that.
yeah,
He
like
is
it's
that
kind
blue
of like
collar, but he will call out sometimes. He be like, "Oh,
yeah,
y'all ain't
it's
got
like
no plays for me today. I don't got no work on the
man.
job. I ain't coming up
But
there then."
what makes Indiana dangerous is when they're able to, what I'm saying, speed up that pace
Yeah,
because you really don't have nobody on the as far as in the bigs that's athletic like Siakam.
right.
But the other part to it was bad coaching too.
Yeah,
Because why did the Thunder coach? He ain't play none of the bigs that third quarter. Why you ain't start with the bigs? Like you try to like it's too late. It's too late in this series for you to be trying stuff. Like you
you
do
can't do
that
that.
like game one, game two. But like, bro, you like, you know what I mean? This is all the marbles. This is all the chips is in the middle of the table. So you got to go with, you know what I mean? The horse that you came in here on, like it's too late in the series to be trying to change something up, man. But yeah,
Yeah,
and I
that's
want
true.
to hold up. Shout out the real MVP of that game was. Oh no, it was a co MVP. I like co MVP. Was T.J. McConnell and Obi? I'm on your topic. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. And hey, I like that. And see, to me, like, yeah. Look, I'm a fan, right? I'm never a hater of, you know what I'm saying, uh, organizations I'm a fan of when they make bad decisions with players. Because that guy, Obi Toppin, man, he's a real baller, man. Like, for real. If you'd have seen the man coming from college, like, he was a baller. It was just the system over there in New York. They didn't know how to utilize him right. And
Hmm.
Indiana, dog, he's a stud. Like, he plays his position so well, man. He's like, when I'm watching him, and this is just a little high praise, if I had to, put somebody to equivalent him to, he's like a Robert Ory in a sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, no moment is too big for him, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching him throughout these playoff series make big shot after big shot after big shot. So, yeah, shout out to them. And TJ, oh, man, TJ, bro, pest,
Yeah.
pest. Defensively, like, you know what I mean? And then the way he pushes the pace of the game, like, I like him. Like, I would love to play with TJ because, like that's the way. Like, when I was playing ball, I want to run. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let's run these boys out the gym.
he like a
You know what I
bottle of
mean?
momentum, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
like you said, the way that they use our buddy, I like to give a whole big special shout out to to Coach Carlisle. No, not Carlisle. What's his name for Indiana? Because he won with
now let's call
Dallas.
let's call off.
Okay, yeah, because he won with Dallas. He was a player champion. I mean, the dude, he know what he's doing.
Yeah,
I still got a little bit of hurt in my heart for how they did him at Dallas, but you know, you got to understand the business and everything. And I'm glad he landed on his feet. And if anything, I'd like for him to get this championship because I think it'd be good for Indiana. Haven't they never won one?
I don't think they ever won a championship. I think we're going to see because I think like Seattle Supersonics might have won a championship back in the day. I don't know for sure, but we're going to see a new champion. You know, either way it goes. Like because OKC been around for a minute too. But yeah, man, I look no Carlisle's a stud, man. He's a basketball savant in this league, man. Like, you know, if you're gonna leave a situation like Indiana was the perfect situation for him to land, man. Like he's and if you watching it, it's like I love the tenacity that Indiana plays with. They for everybody counted them out in this series, including myself. Man, I was like, yo, them boys would be going in 5,
Yep.
but they came in and they set the tone from the first game. Like they was getting spanked,
No lead safe with them though.
and then Tyrese Halliburton wasn't appearing in that game, but guess what he did? When they needed a shot the most, he made the shot.
Hmm.
He's did this over and over again, like throughout these playoffs. So I'm a believer, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, where even the media, where you want to put Tyrese Halliburton. I think I look at him like a Jason Kidd, especially when Jason Kidd was later in his career. Jason was shooting at three, was able to get the championship with Dallas. Like I see him like that type of guy, man. He's the engine to the Indiana Pacers, man. They had 6 guys in double figures yesterday, man. So if you got guys like that you know what I'm saying can go get you a bucket, hey, why not pass up on the shot to get a better shot?
Right.
That's good basketball.
It is, and like you said, he had 17, but you know he had a lot of dimes, and with him plus 5 other players being in double digits, you can't ask for more than that right there. If so, then that'll take away from everybody, and he'd only be scoring that much because they'd probably be down because they wouldn't get that much productivity from somebody else. But with him distributing it the way that he did, like you said, that kid game, he can hit the shot, willing defender. He's out there playing hurt, showing his teammates that, hey man, I'm here, I'm suited, I'm ready to do this. I'm not making no excuses. Even if I'm out here and I can't play 100%, I'm not going to be like, well, at the end of the game, you know how LeBron is. He'll play that game. After that game over with, he have a full cast on something. Nobody knew that he was hurt like that during that game. He didn't
Yeah.
limp one time, but as soon as the press come, he got a whole bubble around that wrist or something like that. He taking it easy.
But, like I think the thing that shocked me though yesterday was just like his effectiveness on the defensive side, man. Like
Hmm.
that was like I knew he was gonna try to come out and play, but it was like for him like the way he was looking on defense yesterday was just it was definitely stellar, man. Yo, Indiana, man. I mean, what they like is Indiana like for you to keep the game close because they can turn it on at any moment. You know what I mean?
Right. No, like you said, no
For the
lead is
Thunder,
safe with them.
the Thunder, they gotta come out and start fast and be getting good shots. You know what I'm saying? For them, for the game to go their way. Indiana can play you on both sides of the way. They can
Yep.
start fast, and then you know what I'm saying, or they
And they
can they can pick up late. You know what I mean? So I've been watching couple games where they've been losing in the first half, and then they win the second half. So
Yep. And they defense stays there now. They play a good team defense as
that that,
well.
that
So
defense looked like, and we've been saying that the Thunder's defense was the tenacious one, but yesterday it looked like Indiana had the best defense, and that's what like in basketball, that's what people don't understand. Like you, in order to really win the championship, you're gonna have to play both sides of that ball.
yep.
It's go. I, it's going to come down to that. You're going to have to play both sides of the ball because you're going to need a play from either way.
That's facts. That's facts. I mean, if you can't stop the ball and the only thing you're doing is scoring, you're gonna end up what the Knicks did. Because I mean, remember we was talking about the leaks in the defense with Brunson, and sometimes how fast Cat was getting in defensive trouble. I mean, foul trouble and everything. But when your whole team is playing great defense, their perimeters locked down, the insides locked down, they can rely on each other and not have to overplay, overcommit, because you know your people that's on the floor with you at the same time is doing what they supposed to do. You can't lose like that. And then you putting up real good offensive production. Come on, man. You're gonna have to tell me, or you're gonna have to show me a different strategy completely with OKC. And you can't just say that the home court advantage is gonna make that difference, because they already lost out there at home to the same team that we talking about. They had
Yeah.
that crowd real quiet out there. I'll just say this: if they, like what you said, if they play, I think it's on this next game, the team that plays both ways the best, that's who's gonna win. So with that being said, who do you predict that's gonna win this game seven, bro?
Ah, man. Hey, I've been going against Indiana all playoff series. I'm going with Indiana to win the NBA championship.
Had to hit that because I'm gonna go with you on that too. I think they can pull it off. Not just because I've been going against them, but all of the strong points that we made, and all of the times that I was going against them was times that I was in my mind thinking they couldn't do what we're watching them do against that team right there. And remember, both of these teams that are here right now were the most complete teams in the playoffs this year. And we talked about them all year, though we wanted New York, though we wanted it to be other teams out there too, the Golden States, the number Nuggets and everything. These two teams, bar injuries and everything else, they were the most complete teams, bench wise and starter wise, coach wise. They did their thing. They deserved to be there. But if that defense goes out there and get SGA to play outside of himself like they've been doing, I need them to go ahead and pack it up and stop saying that SGA is about to be this new Kobe. I don't see whoever. Well, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Oh yeah, Lou. What's his name? Lou Williams. He said that. I'm like, man, bro, you play with Kobe. You being real disrespectful right now, man. I'm not even going to get into this right now. I'd rather you get on the show and get into you like this while you doing that, because that's crazy. That's real crazy. You just say that man doing that. He's in the game of his own. It's almost like how they try to put Ant-Man in that MJ thing, but then when they don't live up to it, now you're looking at him as a whole different player, when in the first place you wasn't supposed to be making that comparison. These are young players making their own mark. They're not trying to be like the old leaders of the past. Let their stats and everything do what they do. These guys balling on a whole nother level. On a whole nother level. Jordan had a squad, but not like this. Kobe had a squad, but not like this. These guys taking their teams, playing their position, doing what they got to do, uplifting their teams, taking the falls, taking the hits and everything with them. So I got to go with Indiana on that right there. And if things go around any different, I'll go ahead and put up a shot on that right there, man. I'll go ahead and say that, because I don't see OKC looking any better than they did last game. It looked
Well,
to me like they were figured out.
well, see, the thing about it is what I'm looking at from OKC. The reason why I picked Indiana is because all right, they gonna SGA gonna get his, J Dub gonna get his, but if the other cast don't show up, it doesn't look the same, man. Chet Holmgren, he didn't have a good game. Lou Dort didn't hit no shots. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of these other guys. Whereas with Indiana, like these guys been consistent. Obi Toppin been, you know what I mean, consistent. TJ McConnell been consistent. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Siakam, he's been, you know what I'm saying, like consistent. So it's like you got guys like that, you know what I mean. And then I was watching yesterday, just like the Neesmiths and the Limharts, as far as what they was doing on the defensive side, like they 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 wasn't, it wasn't the stuff that you gonna see on tape, like where they show the fanciness and like, all right, somebody else got the steal. but you ain't see what they did to help out for them to get the field, fighting over screens and you know
Yep.
what I'm saying. So like they was on top of SGA yesterday, man. I don't expect SGA to have the same type of game in Game 7. I think SGA is gonna be fine. He's gonna come out. He's gonna give us his 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think J Dub will be there. It's gonna be all predicated on what the other guys from OKC Thunder do, man. And then for the second part, as far as the comparison, I do hate when they start to compare guys to, you know what I mean, some of the greatest guys, you know what I mean, and these guys are still writing their resume. Like
Right.
chill out. They just got started. Like the story just beginning. A lot of these guys still, you know what I mean, smell like formula. Like, you know what I mean? Like for real. Like these are kids. They 20 excuse me, 22, 23 years old.
Right.
Let's see them when it's, you know what I mean, they done had 10 years in the game. Let's see what you got. You know what I mean? Then we can come back and then assess the situation and maybe start to give them those, certain comparisons to some of the goals. But like I hate when they just, oh, this is the next, oh, this is the next, you know what I'm saying? Like, calm down, just pump your brakes just a little bit. Just let the young man finish writing his story a little bit and then we can compare something. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you fully on that, man. All I got to say for that is divorce court, child support, Lou Dorton. Cancun on 3. Cancun on 3. Yeah, man. That being
Yeah.
said, man, the Nets was sold for 3.5. The Suns was sold for 4 bill. Boston Celtics for 6 bill. The Lakers been sold for $10 billion to the owner of the LA Dodgers, man. What's your take on this right here, man?
I mean, listen, if I had that guap, you know what I'm saying, I would have bought the Lakers too. I don't know. Hey, we'll figure out the rest. If I had that, I would have did it. You know what I mean? But now seriously, like I think if you looking at the Lakers brand, man, like it was worth. I think it was a good deal. Um, and I think he just diversified his portfolio because he owns the Dodgers, he owns the LA Sparks. You know what I'm saying? So he had a couple different what I mean sports franchises already. So why not put that under the umbrella too? Um, yeah, he'd be all right, man. Like it's a couple franchises in like what I mean in the sports world that it's just you gonna spend the bags for that. Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the Lakers, the
And you gonna,
Yankees,
well,
the
you know, you're
Dallas
gonna get that
Cowboys.
return. Yep.
Yeah, you gonna make your money back. The
Yeah, you're
Dallas
gonna make that.
Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? If he
Mm-hmm.
was able to pull off a deal like the Atlanta Braves, that's a good franchise too. It's just certain things that you be like, all right, like you gonna have to pay. You gonna have to pay how you wait.
Yep.
So I'm not surprised about the deal, man. I really when I was looking at it seems like Jeannie, she's still running everything pretty much. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
governor,
And
governor,
they
and they
just
get 15%. Yeah.
yeah, they still got some stakes in it. So, I mean, it was a good business deal for both sides. Like, sometimes I see a lot of people doing this as far as, what I'm saying, in big companies. And you see even artists, like they're selling their publishing, you know what I'm saying, or,
Yeah.
their catalog or something like that. So you like, all right, that's just maybe they want to take their money and move into the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So the
Right.
bus family's always been like that. They always been kind of ahead of the time, man. Like even from the time when Mr. Bus first bought the Lakers, and you as a Laker fan, you benefited from that. You know what I mean? Because you was able to, yeah, that was probably some of your best times. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
draft Magic Johnson, you still had Kareem. You know what I mean? Y'all go to 5 championships. You know what I'm saying? Win so many like back to back, like in uh Magic's like the youngest dude to ever have that many championships. Like so, it's a lot of history when it comes with the Lakers, man. Like so, yeah. I'm sorry, I got the rambling on. I'm just giving the Lakers franchise all of their flowers.
Oh man, you good because like would you? I wanted to say some of that, but the one main thing that I wanted to say, I thought And you know, like you said, since '79 they had them. You know, that's the year I was born, and you know, Mom Dukes, how she is with them. That's how I grew up, and that's what I've known. And you know, it was heartfelt to me because you know they've been there the whole time. But you know, other people was mad because they're like, "Why are you selling white, bro? They're not selling the name. You're not moving the team. They're not changing the colors. They're not ripping down banners. They're not tearing down statues or anything. What's made there? That's history right there." There's only
Yeah,
one other franchise in the NBA that could even compete with them, and they even sold for $4 billion more than them, and that's Boston. Even though they
yeah,
got one more championship than them, but to me, like I said, I thought it was heartfelt because you know that's almost like an end of an era, and we got to actually see this. That whole family been there our whole lives, and now we
fact.
get to see them stepping into the new. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I'm looking forward to it, and like we were saying backstage, going when I went over to LA and I was taking the pictures and everything, it felt like home and checking everything out. Sending pictures back home to Mom Dukes so she could check it out and everything. And then to come home and hear that news, I was like, yo, that's crazy. Soon as I got back, then they waited for me to come check it out. They was like, all right, you done seen it? Yo, go ahead, pull those cords out. We getting ready to get our stuff, man. Go unpack that food truck. Yeah, wrap. Hey, didn't I tell you? Come on, we getting out of here. We getting out of here. He saw it. Let's go ahead and do this, man. I think it was a good deal, and like you said, Jenny Bus, all of them got kids and everything. They're doing different moves, different ventures. This isn't even talking about the money that they made. They got 10 billion now to split it between their family, and they're still getting 15%. Those their grandkids is gonna be paid, man. If your name is Bus, you'll never ride a bus, man. You know what
Ever,
I mean? If your name
ever.
got two S's, you'll never ride one S, man. I think that was a pretty good deal, and I'm looking forward to, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what they did, man. On
No,
the
but hold on, before we
yeah,
transition,
go ahead, bro.
yeah, I just thought about that too, cause like even my boy Mark Cuban had sold the Dallas Mavericks too, man. So
Hmm.
it seemed like a lot of these, you know what I'm saying, the upper echelon, they just, hey, all right, we're gonna sell that. You gotta think about it though. What they getting? They then made the profit is crazy. Like
Yep. We ain't
the
even talk about what's already been
Yeah,
made.
Mr. Bus bought the Lakers back in the day for 60. What was it? 67, 62.
67.5.
Yeah, 67 million. Yeah. And yeah, he bought them and he got the with the LA Kings at the same time.
Yep.
So you know what I mean? Like think a
And he
ten
built
billion
both of them up
dollar
to championship teams too.
yeah, $10 billion. Hey, all right. Talk
And
to me
that's
nicely.
bro, that's a big difference from. I mean, come on, man. 67 is so far away from $1 billion, and come on, man.
I'm
That's like
telling
running
you.
off on the plug, man. Go ahead, and you better not mess with our jerseys either. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it, and like I said, you got an owner with more money. So if we want to pay or max somebody out, okay, we'll give you this. You take this right here. All right, now
Yeah,
on the side, we gonna give you probably $10 million. You come to the Dodgers game and sit in the stands. Since we couldn't give you this on the contract, you just come out here and we'll give you this extra money. I'm an owner. And anybody else got something to say? I got some money in town, so we'll make that work like that, man. Well, speaking of end of an era, Chris Paul is deciding to wrap it on up. What's your thoughts on that right there, man?
I mean, he was kind of talking about that backstage. Like, I don't know, is he really wrapping it up? You know what I mean? Or is this just like he thinking about it? Because
Well,
if he is wrapping it up, man, we are losing an end of the era because that is, you know what I mean? He point guard, you know what I'm saying? Like
mhm.
Son is one of those OG point guards, like original point guards before the game, you know what I'm saying, changed. And that boy, the light skinned baby face assassin, changed the game as far as for the point guard. But
He rocked his
I,
back
I,
on that
I, I,
baseline. I'll never forget it.
I tell you, I would love to play with Chris Paul because he's one of those guys. Even to this day, he still can make you know what I'm saying you better as far as a basketball player. He's
Hmm.
one of them basketball savants. I will, you know what I'm saying. If this is the end of Chris Paul, I can't wait to see the next era because I could see him somewhere on somebody's sideline coaching for real, for real. Like I think he's just that good at basketball, man. So yo, like shout out to Chris Paul, man. Like I'm just starting to think like we starting. I'm talking about it. I'm just walking myself. I'm just like, dang, Chris Paul from the Hornets. You know what I mean? Chris Paul when he was at the Clippers, when he was here, he did, like Chris Paul has affected. You know what I'm saying? The game in so many facets. When Chris Paul was supposed to go to the Lakers, and they vetoed that trade, which
The
I'm to this
league trade
day.
vetoed it.
To this day, I don't even know what happened
I
that made
know.
him be like,
Look, I know. I
what
know.
happened?
They didn't want him to have that six. They didn't want him to have that six. He'd have had 7 or 8. You put Chris Paul with Kobe Bryant on that team, and he still had plenty of gas left. And I think at the time, I think he was 34, 33 at the time
Yeah,
when he was going to be playing with Chris Paul before all of the heavy injuries. I mean, you like you said, I'd love to play with Chris Paul too because he knows how to give you the ball where you could be productive, not passing it on bailouts. He's a true point guard. Point guard is
yeah.
what they do. You know what I mean? And I think if he would have got to play with him like that, if you think about it, Phil Jackson 2 years before that happened, he was like, I don't know how this is going to happen. What they're going to do with Chris Paul when he's ready to trade and he's ready not to sign back with the Bobcats. Well, was it the Louisiana Hornets or whatever at the New Orleans Hornets at the
New
time?
Orleans on this here.
He's like, we don't know what they're gonna do because the team owns the rights to the team, and when he's ready to trade, they can deny it, and that's exactly what happened when it came up. And he just so happened to be coaching the Lakers at the time, so it was real crazy because you put Chris Paul with Kobe and Phil Jackson in that mix right there. Come on, man. If not that first year,
What
they
about the
would have at
secret?
least won one or two.
Just to be devil's advocate for a second, you know what I'm saying? I would, I w- was they gonna still keep Paul Gasol, or you know what I'm saying? Was Bynum? Because I ain't know how like right now at the moment I can't remember how what was all constructed in that deal though.
I think they had Bynum. This was before he got Kobe fell on his knee for the last time and messed his knee up really really bad. They still had him, but they was losing Gasol and I think they were losing Lamar Odom at that time.
Yeah, see that's the only thing about it. I'm like I don't know. Uh, Depending upon what the pieces they would have put, and I'm
Hmm.
sure because the Lakers always figure it out as far as you know what I'm saying, getting the right pieces to put around. Yeah, I would have had to see that, man, because it was so much. Like I ain't gonna front. Like
Turn it
uh,
down.
Bean had good chemistry with Paul.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Remember they
saying?
played in the Olympics together, got that gold together.
Yeah. So
Hello.
yeah. Hey, what's up, Michi?
Hey.
Your
Hey.
shirt's invisible.
How?
Yep.
Ice cream. I'm invisible. I'm
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, yeah. So Kobe and Paul, they definitely had good chemistry, man. So I don't know. I would have had to see it, man, because at the time, you definitely had Bynum. Bynum definitely was doing work, but it was kind of like,
Yeah, like I said, it wouldn't have been that first year, but I know they would have at least got one, possibly
they
two
would
out
have
of it.
they would have definitely just because um, how they know the game, bro. That would have just been crazy. But
In
I
their
like
prime.
the way Chris Paul set up. He definitely likes to operate with a big. You know what I mean? So if they would have had a big, I think he would have opened up. You know what I'm saying? The avenue for Bynum and took him to another level. Of course, you got Kobe going to do his thing, and then you got Chris. At that time, Chris was definitely getting buckets too.
You still had Draymond Green with Artest out there too.
Oh yeah,
He,
world
still,
peace,
he didn't want
world
no peace.
peace.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember when him and
world
Draymond
peace.
got into it. Draymond was about to go crazy. So who it was? I ain't want no
Mm-mm,
smoke.
nah,
This
yeah,
ain't what I
that's
want. I thought you was
that's not
somebody
the, that's
else.
not that's not the chimney you want to go up, man. Because you
He would
see,
have remembered that. He would have remembered that.
but you gotta see, hey, see on the championship team, you gotta have somebody
You
like that.
got
You
to.
gotta have a little, and I, you know, what I mean, I hate to use the word crazy, but That's what it is. You need a special type of crazy on your team. You know what I
That
mean?
person, he gonna keep your
You
team
need a
sucker proof.
yeah, you need a Dennis Rodman. You need a you know what I mean, Draymond Green. You need a Meta World Peace. You know what I mean? You need them
Kevin
guys like
McHale, Bill
yeah,
Laimbeer,
yeah.
the Dale Davis is out here. Yeah, you
And
definitely do.
somebody
It's
put somebody put some of them, you know what I'm saying, knees and elbows on you. You
it's a
get
yeah, it's a history of people
you get
doing that, man.
you get a little crazy. Somebody put some knees and elbows on you real quick.
Like what's the name say? You got like the black hockey player out there. He don't even got a stick, just looking ready to fight. We know
Oh
you
yeah.
ain't getting the ball. You don't even play when we ain't playing other teams. Don't worry about me. You just wait till you come on out there. I got something for you. I know where you going. When you go to that left side, I'm gonna get kicked out, but it's all right. They ain't need me. Your team needs you. What you gonna do when that side hurting? What you gonna do when that leg aching? Yeah, what you gonna do now? Well, yeah. Speaking of retirements, man, there's one retirement I think should have happened. Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what he's holding on to, man. A lot of people be like, he's still a good quarterback. There's still gas in the tank. It's empty, dog. It's empty. If he keep going, they're gonna have to push him to the gas station, dog. It's over. You know what happens when you push him to the gas station and nobody riding with you? You got to get out and push that car yourself. Hope there's some people out there that can stop him and help you out. He kicked a lot of people out of his car on the way, man. He kicked a lot of people out of his car on his way out there, man. So I don't out there in Pittsburgh. Is that where he is right now?
Yeah, he definitely over there with the steel curtain right now.
Is he even gonna get run out there? I mean, or
Uh, Listen, well, first and foremost, this whole situation with Aaron Rodgers, this has been one of the I don't know. He keeps getting a lot of press about knowing what he's doing to these teams. Like Aaron Rodgers has been holding the NFL hostage for about
you said?
literally about the last 6 to 8 years. Like Aaron Rodgers has been holding the NFL hostage. Yeah, you heard hostage. Because every time the end of the season comes, we trying to figure out what Aaron Rodgers doing.
You never
Like
know.
that be the whole talk. It be the talk of the offseason. You ain't even get you win an MVP. You went to the playoffs. You lost the first game. Aaron, what are we talking about? Like you know what I mean? Now don't get it twisted. Like I'm not stupid. Like Aaron has been a talent in the NFL, and he's one of those guys that you can arguably say, you know what I mean, when it just comes to talent wise from the quarterback position, that he's one of those guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get past that part. What I'm saying is, in the last 4 to 5 years, he's not that guy no more.
Mm-mm. And he's
He's
getting
not
people fired,
MVP
man.
Aaron. He's not this. You know what I'm saying?
Man got
And
Rob Sala
it
fired,
was a
man.
song. It was a rap song. It was a rap song back in the day. But the lyric goes, "He's all right, but he's not real." Like like that's what I'm saying. Like so, we got to stop. And Aaron been getting the bag. So this is why we're focused in to talking about the narrative with Aaron. Like no disrespect to you, Aaron, but yeah, you was getting the bag. You know what I mean? When you get in the 50 M's, like yeah, we need you to compete on that level. You know what I mean? But all right, fast forward that. We ain't gonna talk about the man money. We ain't gonna talk about that because the production has not been there. I understand he got hurt. He tore his Achilles the first play of the game of the first 3 plays in that season. Cool. I don't know what Pittsburgh was expecting though. Like I was like, y'all really just was just sitting on the sideline and like, like my pops is a black and yellow guy. You know what I mean? Pops is, you know what I mean? He black and yellow all day. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what was. I'm like, you went and got Mason Rudolph back. First of all, that was just like, what was you would have got Mason Rudolph. That was the
Come
first
on now,
mistake.
dog.
The second mistake was you took all this time waiting on, you know what I mean, waiting on your man Aaron. Like, y'all did draft a quarterback, but it was like it was a lot of other options out there. So like Pittsburgh, this is like you go to the dealer, the rental place when you're trying to rent a car, and they got something really expensive out there, but you like, man, look, I need some fly. This is that rental. Like you riding around flexing like, yeah, this my toy, yeah, I just got this, yo. Like
Yeah, I can take it back.
you got that's one of the situations that hopefully the car do you right because you know what I mean. When I'm looking at the car, it's like yo, it's a nice body on the outside, but when you crank that joint up, it sounds like a lawnmower.
Got a
like,
Cadillac
like,
body with a Altima engine in there, man.
yeah,
You
so
can't do
yeah,
that.
nah, hold on, Pete. You remember back in the day, the boys was riding around with the Chrysler 300s, and they was going to
Yeah.
get like Bentley
It
grills
looked like a
on.
Bentley, man. It looked like a Bentley, dog.
What's the hey? Yo, don't get it twisted, yo, because the Chrysler 300s was hot at the time. I just
It
didn't
was nice.
understand why people was putting Bentley grills on it. Like I didn't understand that part.
You
I
just
didn't
trying to make
understand.
it look too fly for what it is, man. Just enjoy the 300, man. Just
Yeah,
enjoy the
exactly.
300, man. You're faking the funk, man. Right?
It's,
What do you think about Scary Terry? He's unhappy with his contract going into the last year of it. They made a couple of attempts to remedy that, but they haven't had any yet. But they still got about 3, 4 more weeks until training camp and everything starts. So, do you think he's going to be returning this year? Will they work it out, or do you think he's on the move?
I think listen. First of all, Scary deserves his bag, man.
Yes,
Like
he does.
Scary, man, he's been a consistent receiver over there, and he's had to work with different quarterbacks from year to year.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he's still been, you know what I mean, productive. If I'm watching it, let's get the deal done. Let's get it out the way, and let's move on. We just got better. We got Debo in the off season. Like I'm happy like a fat cat. Like listen,
Sheesh,
we
man.
we got the future. We got the franchise quarterback. Like we added more weapons for him, man. What are we doing here? Like this is the time that we really need to be bonding and building that chemistry right now. You know what
It's
I mean?
it's
But
crazy.
I don't think my boy want to show up to work and then be like, yo, like I still ain't get my bag though. You know what I mean?
It's crazy that you said that they got Debo and the fat rat thing because it's been posted and people clowning him and George Kittle, his former teammate had to take up for him. They saying Debo looking a little thicker and slower right now, man. Like his off season really wasn't as getting in shape as what it's supposed to be. When I'm not gonna be the one to talk about it. I didn't see it, but I just heard the response and Kittle standing there and taking up for him. And by the way, shout out to you. Salute to you too, Huda, man. War Stories Radio Live, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
Yo, yo,
100%.
appreciate the love.
Hell yeah, but I think he'll get it together. He normally does come into the season looking good. He talk about that man looking like Thickums right now, man. Double Debo with cheese out here, man. Well, hopefully he can get it
I
together,
like that.
man. Yeah,
I like that.
hopefully he can get it together. I like it, regardless of how he comes in. He's gonna be a great weapon with that team. I don't care what they got to say about him. He still can move. He still can take a hit. He can still throw off your defenders. Get off of the chair like that, please. He still can throw off of those defenders. The secondary don't want to tackle him once he's at full speed running downhill towards you. You don't want no parts of that right there, man. You definitely don't. Next, we got the Bengals. They got Shamar Stewart, and let's see, he's got going into his last year of his contract, and he's having disputes right now. I don't think they're not going to sign him because of the simple fact that what else do Burrow got outside of that?
Well, that's right there. That ain't even really the big news for the Bengals. The Bengals, their defensive end, his name was like Trey Hickerson or something like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
Trey's been a top guy, a top defensive end man. He's definitely been in the top five. You know what I'm saying, the last couple of years, man. So you got a lot of guys like as far as from that defensive side of the ball, waiting on everybody to get their bag to see what bag they about to get. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And also this year, Lamar Jackson, they already talking about him getting extended again. I think he's going to do the same thing he's been doing. He's been smart. He made great money. He's even though, I saw a couple of analysts saying he's going to try to get the money this time because the players that he had and they let him down. No, man, the quarterback position that he plays, he's over that last year. And the guy that dropped that pass, he's over it too. We talked about him. We played the blame game. We did the pointing the fingers, but the main finger, remember, that was pointed was to Lamar Jackson and how they were saying he couldn't lead the team. He did it. He drove them down. It was the final play of the game, and it was a simple drop that could have been caught, and that would have changed everybody's conversation when that's what it really should have been. And he said, it's Trey. He said they finally signed Trey Hendrickson.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
I was just thinking about that. Yeah, because
He definitely so they good with that right there. And let's see. The Cowboys, I got nothing on the board for them except for them circle because they're gonna be trash again, man.
Silence! I
Yeah,
can't take this shit no more.
I'm already tired of them talking about him. Michael Irvin going crazy. Come on, man. Every time he start talking about them boys, he get up and start sweating, going crazy. Mason Cam be going crazy on him, laughing at the man like, yo, calm down, Mike. You illin' out here right now. You're bugging. They not doing I don't know, man. I'm not going to say they not blowing up nothing right now. They should blow up that team, man. I know they made a couple changes or everything, but I don't think it's enough to do anything. And the last topic before I'm gonna save one for last, but I'm gonna ask a question about the Niners with the changes they made, getting Saleh back, signing Purdy, and having all of these young players there doing good in the draft. Do you think they're going to be better or worse this year?
The 49ers are gonna be, I don't know. Like it's all predicated on health, man. Like
Right.
if they are healthy, I think the Niners are back in it, you know what I'm saying? Top 3 in the NFC division easily. If they're not, you know what I mean, healthy, then we're having a different question. I do love that they brought Salah back into the fold. That was the off-season acquisition, which it's crazy because we were so ahead of that. Me and you was ahead of that. We was both saying that like, yo, you might well bring Robert Salah back into the fold, and like, yo, look what happened. Yo, we spoke that thing to existence. So yeah, I love that for y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Because when Robert was there, like, yo, that defense was just definitely, and y'all done got back, y'all done got better because y'all done picked up who y'all picked up over there too. Y'all picked up somebody on that defensive side too. That was a big sign.
We picked up a couple of people out there, man. We did good in the draft, but I know who you're talking about. We picked up
Is
a
Joey
pretty good
Bosa
free
over
agent.
there? Nah, Joey ain't over
No,
there.
he didn't go over there. I forgot where he went, but
He went
I
somewhere
think I
though.
think he went to Jacksonville or somewhere like
Yeah,
that.
he went some.
But the last topic, man, I was gonna say, a lot of leagues passed up on a player that's right now moved himself up to basically the number one quarterback spot, and we've been talking about this. And from those draft positions, Shedeur Sanders, we knew what the dude was gonna do from Jackson State to Colorado to now over there on the Browns. He's out playing every quarterback out there, and I see other analysts and other podcasts saying the NFL lied. They lied to themselves. They sat there and watched what the dude can do, and you want to get on him and condemn him because of how great his father was and how they say it's arrogant, but I never seen I gotta go off of what Cam said. I've never seen somebody bought up with money not have an arrogance about themselves. Broke people don't have arrogance about themselves. They're really searching for confidence because in certain areas they don't feel as confident as others. But first thing that people with money tell you is about pride is what they teach them. Walk with your head high, your shoulders back, your chest out. you got something to prove. You got a chip on your shoulder because we ain't just gonna give this to you. And you can hear the story with Shador and his brother, how they talk about how their dad was with their money and giving it to them. Now, you know, he's going to be a father. They're going to be raised in a rich household, but he wasn't throwing around money to them like that, man. I think they're going to see, and I believe he's going to make that quarterback position. I believe he'll start.
But the thing about it is, like, everybody already knew that Shador was supposed to go like in the first round. So like it was a lot of politics behind the scenes, like, and that's just some of the stuff that needs to be fixed in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? From the fan standpoint, like I don't know, they was he had a couple interviews. They was trying to say stuff about his interviews, or they don't like this, they don't like that. Trying to find reasons about the kid.
Mm-hmm.
But the kid has been balling out in camp. Like he's definitely been showing out, man. And he's smoking these boys like easily, like as far as to the production that he's doing on the field. And I've been a fan of the kid, so I've been watching. And all like yo, the kid is a baller, man. Like he can excel in this league. Like you know what I mean? Get the ball out of your hand. He can throw the short intermediate pass. He can throw the deep pass. You know what I'm saying? He can look the defender off. Like he does a lot of good things, man. He is definitely NFL ready.
He could play that pocket like crazy. Remember, without no line, he took a lot of hits,
He
but he
took a lot
still
of
did it
hits
when he
at
had to.
Colorado. Jackson State, he had a little bit more, like, you know what I'm saying? It was a little bit more of a luxury. But
Mm-hmm.
when he got to Colorado, what people don't realize is the game sped up.
Yep.
The game sped up. Like, you know what I mean? And he still was able to do some good things. If you look at the statistics, like, yo, like, he was able to do some great things. And then, like, what blows me right now is because they keep painting a narrative about, yo, he got a couple speeding tickets. What kid you don't know like to drive fast, man? Why are we making a real big deal of this?
Right.
But that's what people do. They try to change the narrative just so you know what I mean. You can take your eye off the prize, and the real eye on the prize is that Shador is the number one quarterback in that quarterback room right now.
Yeah.
So y'all can keep lying to yourself. You can go with Joe Flacco. I love Flacco. He's a service quarter like backup quarterback. He's one of them
Mm-hmm.
guys. If you need a serviceable backup, he's a perfect situation for that. Kenny Pickett, I really don't know what Kenny Pickett is. Um, your boy Dylan Gabriel, I've seen him play in college. He's to me personally, he's a system quarterback. Like he was just able to take advantage of being at Oregon. But you know what I mean? Shador was in the Heisman talks too, but all right, I digress. I'll leave it there, man. Y'all look, y'all decide that, but I seen Shador and I understand, just cause it's prime son. And I was critical about him too. I'm like, all right, yo, let me see. Let me see what the hype about. Let me see what people keep talking about. But when I seen it, like it shows like his tape, he jumps off the tape. I don't care what you say.
Yep. You got to. I mean, the man was endorsed by Brady. Come on now. You don't
Yeah.
hear a lot of quarterbacks getting that right there. So I mean,
Like
I love
you
it.
just go like this. I'm sorry, Pete, but I started thinking about this man. Like the kid get to Colorado. He knocked off the team that was in the national championship game, the first game of the season, with
Mm-hmm.
400 plus yards,
Mm-hmm.
4 touchdowns. Like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, that's the first game walking into Colorado.
Yep.
First game,
Yep.
400. Oh yeah,
All right,
yeah,
we got 5 minutes, and I saw a post earlier today about Sellers, since that's the squad, Carolina this
oh
year, and
yeah.
I'm happy that he's be back. His dad told him, "You 19 years old, you don't need no $8 million." He stuck with it, listened to his father. He's back. Said he would never bail or fold on his team. He's ready for this upcoming year. And what I seen him do last year, and like his dad said, you're just 19. this dude got nothing but up. I don't know where his ceiling is, but I know he's got a big. It's all up for him right now, man. I can't wait to see what they do this year, and I can't wait to get Black back on the show so I can hear what he's gonna say. You know what he's gonna say? Oh, I can't wait to play them. We going to that game, you
Well,
know.
we definitely going to that game, man. And shout out to Black because we're gonna be at that game together right there. And I hope Black hears this. What I'm about to say. Lenore Sellers will be in the Heisman conversation this year. If not winning the Heisman, Pete, I was sitting back yesterday. I was chilling, right? You know what I mean? And I got to watching some of his, I watched his highlights from last year. And the kid, he's special.
Yes,
Like,
man.
I watching him, I'm like, man, this look like if Vince Young and Lamar, you know what I'm saying? You mix Vince Young and Lamar, because as far as his size,
Yep.
that kid, he's elusive in that pocket. But he also got a cannon too, man. And last year was just a learning experience because, like you said, he's 19.
The boy's young,
Imagine,
man.
imagine what this year gonna look like.
Right.
Because he looked real comfortable at 19 last year. I felt like we were supposed to be in that playoff 12. We won a lot of strong games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we
got
did.
cheated. That
We
cheated
got
game.
cheated. The
That cheated
LSU,
game.
I ain't gonna let y'all refs or the LSU program get all from that.
Never.
We got cheated in that game. We won that game.
Yep. I give
Not
that up
even
any day. I
So
give that up any day.
but even with that though, like this how we finished the season. Like we won some legit games. We was on a 7-game winning streak, so it was like even after we got cheated in that, and then like the Alabama game, we was like this. We was this close to walking out of there with that too. So
Yep.
you know what I mean. But they didn't cheat us. But LSU, the ref, it wasn't LSU because but the refs.
Yeah, because they definitely didn't win that game. I'm with you on it 100%, man. And with that being said, man, this show today was brought to you by our lovely sponsors down there at Planet Vapor, 12 different locations, as you know. Go down there and check them out for all of y'all vaping needs. If you can't get to them at any of those 12 different locations, you can always reach out to them at www.planet.vapor.com. Shout out to Blind Fury, man. The kid, 106 in Parks, freestyle champion, man. Went out there and had a great time with him in LA, man. Such a great time, man. We was at the Marathon Burger, man, Nipsey Hussle spot. And we saw a couple of people with the dog pound, the DPG chains on there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, them boys was like, yo, get out of, that's Blind Fury. Get him out of line. Yo, y'all come on. Man, we got to eat with them. Dude had one of the longest pink Cadillacs I've ever seen on the switches, had the motorcycles and stuff around. I was like, yo, these some people out here, man. But the whole strip was lit up out there. They showed myself so much love out there, man. Shout out to him, man. Y'all make sure y'all holler at him at Fury Bro Studios for all your recording needs, or if you just want to feature, man, get at him. He still got you. He's still locked and loaded. New album on the way. And last but definitely not least, shout out to Corey Rock Bottom Davis at Rock Bottom Studios. He's having a grand opening tonight. I was waiting for him to send me the address, but me and Nisi came on home. I'm still waiting for it now, so I'll probably see it tomorrow when I'm up in town, but he's opening up his 5th building now and about to open up a movie theater soon on St. Andrews. Mad love to that guy right there, from watching this man from our movie theater working all these years with his dream. Now all of it's in fruition. Whole squad's winning. Whole squad's doing great things, man. With those guys out of the way, you got any shots you want to ring out?
Hey man, shout out to our body family, man. Just, you know what I'm saying, love y'all. Just want to give y'all a big shout out, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to my brother, Illy Willie Menace, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love you too, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to the most important people, which are you, the viewers out there, man. We definitely appreciate you, all the love that you know what I'm saying, you give us out here. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, Follow us on all social medias, man. We're active on the TikToks. We active on Instagram, Facebook, the YouTubes, whatever form that you like to follow us on, man. And definitely make sure that you leave, you know what I'm saying, some comments down there in the bottom. Hey, shout out to the rest of the hate of debate squad. You know what I mean? Shout out to Black. Shout out to the Lady T. You know what I'm saying? Just shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? We are very appreciative and we're super humble. Thank y'all.
You already know, man. It's like you said, man. Shout out to the whole squad, man. Definitely, man. Definitely shout out to you, Mom Dukes. Shout out to
Oh yeah, gotta get my dude. I'm sorry, my dudes. Yeah,
Oh, you already know,
yeah.
man. Shout out to
You know,
you.
I love my dudes, man. My dude gonna talk that talk, especially when it comes to that little lady basketball. My dudes got it. You know what I mean?
She
Shout out
definitely
to
is,
her.
man. But yeah, shout out to the whole family, man. Again, shout out to all of the fans. Man, we love y'all. We got extra stuff coming. This football season is about to crank up. This college season is cranking up right with it. So y'all know we rolling right back around. Last week we had the 1 year anniversary. So you know it's all up from there. We still building this and we not coming down. So with all that being said, Boogie, man, I had a great time, man. We definitely gonna get
Man,
back on here soon, man. Salute to you, bro. I love you, man. I'll talk to
yeah.
you soon.
I love you too, bro. You already know.
All right, bro.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is